Again, I'm still here on the project, building capacity around my mouth, but I got something to back it up. What do you think? Let's discuss it.
Encore une autre fidèle qui l'Amérique n'a pas loupé nous. Quand il y a Sylvie, il y a quoi qui j'ai loupé presse. L'Amérique n'a pas loupé. T'as bien de moi avec moi nous en ce moment. On va battre au moins néo. Mon temps dit est à mon on s'est battu pour moi dit quoi. Tu vois? Là le caillou. Quand on soit du loin. Allez. Envoyez. Atio loin. Yao, abela lokeyo, bibito jobai, bibito noba, artiste mokeyo. Manager Gigi, ouais peut jamais forcer ou si tu connais tu connais. L'animateur Choco Noska Yassin de Toyebi, l'homme a tout fait pour Mivito, Aniche les deux.
Corruption is a cancer. Is a disease that deprives countries and people in countries of their rights, and also it drains countries of their economy. It misplaces the economy, and it creates problem for people in the country, deprive them of their rights. And I think if Africans fight corruption and they see that their economies are managed properly, there'll be a lot of peace because it will bless a lot more people.
Debe muna we jogi no, Amunda weja ogenda o, obati amunda weja ogenda, oskida kozi do da lo. Memo ogenda o, abela we mo. Ode abati o. Si obati o ogenda o, we tell you when it's yade. Daniko, yeah Daniko.
Good evening, folks. Samson to Labron Puerto Rico. We're here again tonight. We say thank you for joining us. Appreciate you joining us. Thank you. Safety, Lord Jesus, thank you very much for your continued blessing. Thank you for what you do for us. And you continue to carry on that process for us. Those of us that believe in you and know you, know that without you, we're nowhere. And we will continue to say that. Thank you. Thank you, my Lord. Thank you. We're going to be going to the 2024, and with your help, with your blessing, with your guidance, with your protection, and all of the things that you want us to do, with that kinds of opportunity given us, we will be there. You will take us through. And we want to thank you. We want to thank you. My Lord, for the spirit that you give us, that is of a spirit of decency, we want to thank you. We want to thank you for our children. We want to thank you for our brothers and sisters. We want to thank you for our family. My Lord, thank you. My Lord, we specifically offer a prayer tonight for the family of the people that die in the tragic accident in Totota. We ask, my Lord, to come in and heal the soul. We ask you, my Lord, to take complete control. Come into the family who are hurting tonight, who are hurting. Their family members are not coming back. Please help us ease the pain. My Lord, we ask you to continue to bless the country, the Republic of Liberia. We know without you, we're going nowhere. And we will continue to praise you and pray to you that you continue to give us the blessing. We ask that you bless the host country, the United States of America. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. Okay. All right. Thank you, my Lord. Thank you. Okay, folks, let's go ahead. I hope those of you analysts, if you have the link, could you please join me here tonight so that we're going to have a beautiful, beautiful show. This is about the president-elect Joseph N. Bakai, soon to be announced president of the Republic of Liberia, which we're all proud of. But this is some of the things that I thought today as I was reading his speech from the certification process. I thought to myself, now I'm not young. I'm only 25 years old, but I'm not young. And I'm thinking to myself, to have this person at this age, this much experience, God don't do nothing by mistake. God do not do anything by mistake. At this time, giving us Ambassador Baka to lead us, it's not by mistake. It's not by mistake. Ever since I've been following his speeches, I've been reading his speeches here. Ever since the first round, when he came up, without even knowing that he was going to win the election, but he opened his arms. He opened his arms and told Liberians, if we are successful, it's not because of us, it is because of you. And it's because of you, we're asking you, if we're successful, to join us to rebuild this nation. The man keeps saying anything over and over. Join us to build. Join us to rebuild. We can't do it by ourselves, my people. then why would I sit here and say no? If I have the opportunity, I change my mind now. Mr. So will say, I'm not stable, so be it. I'm not stable, okay. He said, I'm not stable, that's fine. I said, that's fine. But if a man telling me, if you believe in me, which I do believe in him, that this country belongs to all of us. If you believe in me, join me to move this country forward. Even when I get called, I get called, I will do my part here on this platform. Starting next week, I'm going to go on with whatever little thing that I know, I would give my own contribution here. If need help, we will provide the help. I don't have to be in Liberia to do anything. I can stay right here and say, if they follow, if they don't follow, it will be there. Those who want to learn will listen. Those who don't want to learn will move on. We can't force anybody, but we will do our best. Here's the thing here. The reason why I'm saying this, and let me see if I can. This is just, you can say the man said it once, he said it twice, and so maybe, Dr. Toto, what can I say to you, my brother? My sympathy, sincere sympathy, condolences to those brothers and sisters that passed. It's heartbreaking to all of us, and especially you from that town. It's just like something happened in Totem where everybody, most likely, I know somebody, and I think you probably know somebody that was affected. My brother, sympathy. That's all we can say, and we pray to God to comfort you and your family as well. So let me go on. Okay. So what can you say about someone? The people that can be tough. I'm one of them. I'm one of those that talk. They tapata. I talk tapata. But there are those people that continue to talk tapata every day. They're not even thinking to say, okay, tapata when I talk tapata, I say CDC now put their foot in their mouth. But when CDC and people do good, I come here, I say President, we are not do good again, my people. I say Samuel, we are not do good again, my people. I don't hide it. But the people, whether President Baka, soon to be President Baka, say something nice, they will not say it. What kind of people we're dealing with? But we'll cook their soup. I say, Samson told say, we will cook their soup. You'll see. A man, my mom would say, when you go places, when you go visit, if you're a liar, you can laugh for a certain time. After that, your true self will show. You can't hide. If there's president, soon to be president, if you are not truthful with the Liberian people, by the time we have seen it. But from the time the first round over, they want speech. Every time he make a speech, every time he had the opportunity, he did it in Monrovia. He did it second round. After the second round, he did it in Rhode Island. He did it everywhere he has opportunity, you would say. And he just did it again during the certification process. Who does he need? If he wanted to be a fake person, does he need any more vote? The voting process is over. What can he go and be himself now? What do we do to him again? Nothing. When Session comes, then he talks swimmer. But he's not talking swimmer. That's my point. This man, Ambassador Baka, President-elect Baka, is not talking swimmer. He's saying something that he believes in. This is why people have to gravitate towards it, and this is why people like me is gravitating towards this man. He's saying something that he believes in. And he also, you see, this is the truthfulness that I like about this man. He's saying to all of us, I'm not here to bluff. I'm paraphrasing. I'm not here to bluff. Okay? So, I'm not here to bluff. What I can do, I will tell you. What I cannot do, I will tell you. Every opportunity this man gets to talk to us, he tells us the truth from the bottom of his heart. I'll give you an example here. So during the the how to call it certification process. The man feeling when you does he need my help? I never help anyway. But does he need anything from anybody? No. So what you do now? The man feeling when he said, I want to talk to yourself. He go and lock himself up. What you do? Nothing. He will be there for 6 years. If he didn't win the election, he can't say, I want to employ my son to be whatever. What you will say? Nothing. And what's his name? What's it? Pumpkin Pond. So they always call him Pumpkin Pond. What's his name? McGill. He told us here, he told that guy at the airport, I'll fire you right now. Nothing will happen. How you will fire a civil servant and you said nothing will happen? What power you got to fire civil servant and you said nothing will happen? Because he knew very well nobody will question him. But none, President-elect Bakai. Folks, this is very interesting. This is very interesting. I will go to the other stuff, but listen to President-elect Bakai. He said Liberia will be a different country under my leadership. Under my leadership. So if somebody make that pronouncement to say Liberia will be a different country under my leadership, what does that mean? It means Liberia was somewhere where he want to take us from and take us to a different place. It's going to be different. But what does he mean by that? Let's go a little bit. President-elect Bakai declares as NEC certificates him and Kong as the winner of presidential ticket. Okay, President, blah, 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 blah. Okay. I don't want to read the other stuff. I just want to read his portion. But we want to thank our political adversary. No, that's not even what I want to talk about first. Let me see. Okay. Well, I guess I'm President-elect Joseph Bakai has assured the Liberian people that their vote will not be in vain. That their vote, the people, you remember during the gathering at the football field, the people were walking in the rain. He said, "What you're there will not go in vain." The man is telling you. He said, their vote will not go in vain, promising to make Liberia a different country under his leadership. He expressed his commitment at the certification program held for him and Jeremiah K. Kung, the winner of the 2023 presidential election, at the headquarters of the National Election Commission on December 27, 2023. With the official certification of his victory in November 2023 presidential roundup, President-elect Bakai stated, "We want to renew our commitment." Does he have to say that? If he didn't win it. When was the last time when President Weah won, they were not dancing on the football field telling us to shut up? But President-elect Bakai. He said, we want to reaffirm our commitment. Did he use the word reaffirm? Renew. So why if I put my own in there and say, well, what's wrong with that one? I'm speaking. Reaffirm our commitment to our people. I pledge, he said, that Liberia will be a different country under my leadership. We will work tirelessly to ensure that the people benefit from their vote. Together, we will build Liberia. Together, he didn't say me and my family. He didn't say Unity Party and me. He said together, all Liberians. This man, so Ambassador Bakai, the people say you fake. The people say you owe. The people say you're able to, when you will show you true self now, you will say be fake with when you will throw your true self now. So the people say you fake. Show yourself now. It's impossible. It's impossible. It's impossible. He has already shown himself, and he continues to show himself the same yesterday, today, and tomorrow. Ambassador Bakai has always There's a single line in whatever conversation you have with the Liberian people. We, not I, we will build this country together. I will sit down. I don't have to be, I don't want, I'm not into a job. I will sit down on this platform and show the people how to rebuild those roads. Samson told. You think I'm making be more? Watch and see. Watch and see. So let me bluff a little bit. So today we had a meeting. There's a project. I'm gonna go there and I will do a video from there. There's a project over there. They call it the place Eureka. They got that kind of town, Into town, Eureka, Into town. No. But this project, it started since, according to the project report, project history, it started since 2007 or so. They gave it to the person. The person, they can't make it. They put it on the shelf. They take it, give it after spending money. They can't make it. Finally, they called the two Africans. Mugabe, I call him. Rabba Mugabe. He's from Congo. It's actually near Tunsha. They call him and myself. The kid, I'm older than him. He's always considered me as his big brother. His thing for me, what I want him to do for me. First of all, I can't spell. I don't know how to spell. All the big thing I can be saying, I don't know how to spell. He can spell. And so when I finish writing all my stuff, I give it to him for proofreading. Then he proofread all of them. It's okay, Samson, this is it. Okay, then we'll go through. When I'm done with my design, geometric, that means the line, how the people, when they're driving, why they will be comfortable as they're driving. I provide that. Then he and I will go through on the comfortability of the driver. We provide that. Samson, to provide that. He proofread it, redline it, and I go through it. The drainage process on the job itself. I put in the drainage. I said, okay, this is how much you're going to, this is the pipe you're going to be, whatever. So we go through it. The drainage, do I provide the proper slope based on the queue that is coming in? What pipe size did I select? All of those things. Fine, we go through it. The structure section, that means the road thickness. Wow, okay, what kind of truck going to be driving on this road? Okay, well, what speed we're using on this road? I come up with all that. Then I provide all those information. And then he checked it. So he's very good at that. And we did it with Dr. Fine. He's in construction now. And I'll go there too and show you one day. So they called us by. This project started in 2007. Keep coming to almost failing. Finally, they got us. And the guys, they said we were very impressed. In fact, one of the things they did on this new project, they used our Dr. Fine project as a fine example. If you're building road that is connecting bridges, this project, Dr. Fine, that was done by Samson To and Mugabe, this is the project example that you use. So they're using my project as an example for many designers. I must sit down here and ring-spot my road in total. It won't happen. President, we are the people, they know me over and over and over and over. Yeah, I'm more beg than this time, it's not happening. I will work. So I know what I'm talking about. But let's go on. My goodness. You have somebody at that age and say, I will work tirelessly. They must sit down here because I got beat stomach. Then I just sit down now and say, I beg you, Liberians, young and old, if you're able, let's put hands together and work with Ambassador Bakai to rebuild our nation. We can do it. We must do it. And we have to do it. Because he's telling us, come together, let's build. Why will we not build the nation? Tell me, do we have to go and borrow Ghanaians and Nigerians and Sierra Leone to help us to build the country when we can do it ourselves? No, we will work. Let me go on to read. This is very interesting because I've been waiting since, ever since the election, I've been waiting to read where he would say, I, former vice president, no I. in all of the developmental process, all of the developmental conversation, there is no I. There is no I. It's we. I'm part of that we. So let's go ahead. So he's saying, okay, we want to thank our, okay, let me go through that. Let me go through that again. Because I'm all excited, of course. I'm all excited. I pledge that Liberia will be different, will be a different country under my leadership. We will work tirelessly to ensure that the people benefit from their vote. Together, we will build Liberia. Ambassador Bakar. President-elect Bakar thanked the Unity Party, the National Election Commission, the National Election Commission, his family, and the men and women of UP Alliance for their support. He also commended President. You see, that's how unselfish. That meant that the people keep degrading, trying to say he will die, he will do that. That's how unselfish. You don't even see yourself. You're turning sedition and you think you see her. Man, I beg you, man. You don't even see her. You don't even see her. You don't even recognize her. You think if you see her, you're going to say it? He said, I also want to commend President George Weah for gratefully conceding defeat even before the official results were announced by NEC. This is where he's putting President Weah. To say thank you for the spirit of peace. We want to thank our political alliance adversary, and particularly President Weah, who considered even before the last vote was counted, he has also committed his government to a peaceful transition. We expect that the will of the people has prevailed, and we must all listen, like I said. Highlighting the significance of the event, President-elect Bakar emphasized that the dividends, you see, this is who I talk. Oh, a President Bakayo, a President Bakayo, a President Bakayo, a President Bakayo. You see, this is the kind of thing that make people, the political junkie like myself, this is what makes us happy. You think that man will go somewhere and say, I do that. No. Listen to him. He's talking to his people. Listen. You think somebody wrote this thing? No, he wrote it himself. Listen. Oh, yeah. He political junkie. He said, okay. Listen to this. President-elect Bakar emphasized that the dividend of democracy must be felt by all Liberians across every town and village. He called on the entire nation to join him in the rebuilding of Liberia. President Bakar. President Bakar. President Bakar. President Bakar, thank you. President Bakar, thank you for rescue. My people, I'm happy. The event will be meaningless if Liberian cannot be. Listen to this. Why would I not be happy? Listen to this. Listen what I'm going to say. This event will be meaningless if Liberian cannot benefit from the dividends of democracy, he said. This must not be seen as a perfunctory undertaking. It must be felt in every village, town, and city. It must be reverberated throughout our region and the world. Therefore, I call upon, listen again, he didn't say I call upon my family. He said, therefore, I call upon all Liberians, not some Liberian, not only people that I know, not the people who are well connected. He said, all Liberians. I call upon all Liberians to join me in building the country. Why will we not be happy this afternoon? Why? Listen to this. Over the next few weeks and during my inauguration, my vice president and I will lay out. Now, this is a very interesting one because we're also going to be observing that as well. Okay? My vice president and I will lay out the roadmap which is the blueprint, the roadmap for progress and development. We will fully articulate the pathway to peace, development, and progress. He said, on this occasion, we want to demonstrate our gratitude and renew our commitment. Always committing, he always renewing his commitment. My people yeah. Listen to this again. And renew our commitment to the Liberian people. By this certification, I pledge, he said, that Liberia will be different under my leadership. My people, what can I say? What can I say this afternoon? Yes. You know, the project I just told you about, one interesting thing is happening here in the United States. And California is taking the lead in that as well. Just give me a moment. Give me a moment. Give me a moment. Samson told la bro Paru. We're here. We're still here. So, the project that I'm working on, as I just told you about, the project is at the coast. It's a coastal land. And that's why if Ambassador Baker and the rest of the people decide to do a coastal highway project, I want to be involved because I'm having so much coastal land, coastal highway developed through me, and that I have more experience in that. You know, I have the experience. Roadway design, geometric roadway design, and construction process. I have the experience. And I dare anyone to tell me, say they're better than me. I beg you. Big roadway design. You say better than Samson? Don't show yourself. Show your juice. You got no juice. Tell me. Tell big here. You know what? Man, please. But anyway, interesting thing is happening. They've been talking about the climate change and climate change. But here in the state of California, they have what they call, they put together. Let me read something to you. And this is where Ambassador Baker is telling all of us to come up with these kinds of ideas that will benefit Liberians. The dividend that he's talking about. Listen to this. The climate across California is changing, and the effect, such as raising average temperature, strengthening mountain snowpack, more intense storm, and higher sea level are expected to continue and worsen in the coming decades. Okay. So back in 2017, the state of California recognized this, and they decided to put a group of scientists, engineers, geologists, and all of these professionals in terms of atmosphere, whatever professional you want to call it, they put them together. And he asked them to come up with a plan, a guideline. So to make things short, the project that I'm on right now, I have to come up with a profile. And a profile of the role is, can I do this? No, you can't see this right now. Okay, all right. I will do it another time. But anyway, just bear with me. A profile of the role, okay? So this is the roll flat, but the roll is not flat. So it go up, it go down, then it go flat and stuff. They call it vertical profile. So the roll also does this. It goes like that and turn in and out. They call it horizontal profile as well. So what they're asking me to do now? They're going to tell me that the people who wrote that book, we're going to have a meeting with them next week. They're going to come out to say, okay, the area of your project, this is how much we expect the sea level rise to be in 10 years. So those who are responsible for the bridge project itself, they're going to have to come out to raise the profile. Give me a minute. Give me a minute. Give me a minute. So when we come out, okay, so when they do that, they will tell me what the elevation in that area is. What elevation that I have to come up with. The last time we met with them, they're talking anything between the current elevation and their proposed elevation to be anything from 7 to 8, 9 feet elevation difference. So that means if I stand like this, and you know how tall I am, I'm very tall. But with the elevation difference is going to be higher than Alfonso. Alfonso almost 6 something. Okay. I'm only 9'5". Okay. So let me send this stuff to this guy here, please. Just bear with me. But anyhow, so these people are saying this is what it's going to be in 10 years or so. I'm now going to have to raise my profile to match that. And this is what's going to happen, most likely. So when I raise the profile, what do you think I'm going to need to do? I will need to fill the area. So all of the filling is going to be coming. Where the dirt coming from? I have to go and do some research where I'm going to get different, but that's besides the point. The point that I'm making here is they're going to have to then raise this. They are preparing themselves for the future. When everybody else who are not ready to Liberia, if we don't get ourselves, when our coastal land start flooding, these people will be above board. They will still be driving because they already started raising their road profile, especially the coastal land highway. They will start raising them because the sea level rise it's not going to be easy. Okay, it's not going to be easy. So they are preparing themselves. Yeah, you will say, but so the people got money. Yes. But if you start investing in these things now, start talking about it, these people will record. Because here's the thing about the United States basin that many people think they don't know much about. United States is a mean country, just like me. But their mean is very unique as far as I'm concerned. They want to give you so you will be able to feed yourself and you can't run into their country. So when you start talking about these things, sea level rise, you start discussing it. They will help you with their expertise. They will tell you because they know by you doing that, you're also helping your citizen to stay afloat, literally to stay afloat of the incoming wave that's going to be inundating all of these cities, coastal city line. And where is Monroe? Monroe is about what? Concord Town bypass over there is about 9 feet. No, not 9. I think it's 9 feet. But I don't know, 9 or something. Okay. Concord Town bypass over there. It's about 9 or something. So when you do that, when you start having a conversation, they will say, yes, these people want something. They want to do something. So you're not going to raise a city. It's not possible. But those highway that goes along the coastal land, coastal highway, they will want you to build them so that they will be above water. So in case the flood start happening, that you will be able to still be able to supply Monrovia with food from the countryside. Do you understand that? So this is where we're going to start getting engaged with this incoming government. And what I mean engaging, I'm talking about giving me money or they got money to give me. They are proud of them and help me. Because when I start and they try to ignore me, that President we are people did for years in this place, they want to power. Alfonso will talk till you get tired. I will call their names. I will call their name on this platform. I will engage them respectfully. But if they try to ignore me and they want to bring you crocodile people like they did, people who have no design experience, people who cannot even, some of them, they are my friends. We grew up together. Some engineers over there, probably, they are my friends. We grew up together. But when I look at their paper, when I look at their work involved, they have nothing to offer. Look, I'm going to say now, they're not in power again. No, I got to be careful because when I go to Montreal, they might beat me. But I will say anyway. So there are some of those that were involved as an inspector for Ralphie Highway. So I know some of them. Remember what that man, that deputy minister truck fell in a hole? You know what they were trying to do on that? They have a cover, bass cover we call it. So what they decided to do, and this is the dumb stuff that they do in our country, that when I open my mouth, then they say, why are you saying this? Bass cover your building. And I will do it here. I will bring that on here. Bass cover your building. You're building with concrete. And what is concrete? 150. What is the weight of concrete? 150 pounds per foot. Check it out. So if you're building a bass cover that is about maybe 100 feet long by, say, 80 feet wide, and you're putting all of the steel, and not each of these steel, the rebar, they got their own weight. But what they wanted to do, instead of having to build it continuously, they want to build one side. When it just sounds, I want you to see how stupid these people are. You're on the ground in Marshall, that sandy area. This is not clay. Okay. So they decided they're going to build one side. So when they finish, they're going to put traffic on it and then build the other one. First of all, the weight of the bass cover that you put in is going to sink. And by the time you're ready to bring this, your level, your stuff now is like this. The new elevation, flow line elevation away, and the other flow line elevation. So when they rain, the water can't go because the flow line of this thing, of the new one, you bring it way up here. How the water don't go uphill? But this is how smart these people are. We will teach them. We will teach them. Even if they don't listen, we will teach them. I will stay right here, respectfully. I'm not going to be rude, but I will tell them. Because I have the public work drawing here. I'll be showing it. What is this? Let's go on some of these things these people are doing. Okay. So there's a project. I'm not going to say what project, but I was involved in it. So they decided to do a revetment, to do rocks that you put along ocean lines. So when the wave comes in, the energy, the revetment themselves, they become energy dissipator, because the energy from the sea come, boom, they hit the rock, they go back. It dissipates the energy. That's simply what it is. But it's not revetment because you're also going to build it so people are going to be able to drive over it. So they have me. I said, fine, unique project. I can do it. I've done it here. So we started. The first recommendation that they told us to do, because they were telling us what they wanted. They wanted asphalt. Listen to how crooked these people are. These people, I'm glad Ambassador Baka has come to rescue us. Listen to how, and I know because I was a part of it. The first thing they told me as an engineer, they said, Mr. Toa, I said, yeah. So we wanted asphalt. Why they wanted asphalt, which makes sense. The road they're coming into is asphalt. Good for me, because they might conform. All I have to do is grind the existing and mash it in with the new and just compact it, and it will be like nothing. Somebody who running concrete plant in Liberia and have concrete cement supply contacted them. Said, we'll give you some money. True story. Said, we'll give you some money. I don't want to call this. I'm not going to call their name. That one power, forget it. Said, we'll give you some money. Change it from asphalt to concrete. So, okay, how much they make that deal? The next thing, I got a call. Mr. Toa, I say, yeah. Well, that project, we got to change it, the structure section from asphalt to concrete. I said, why? Because I knew very well. The surrounding area It's not concrete that they have asphalt in and out. Even the old road that the people were using back in the 70s is asphalt. I said, okay, what's the reason? Because if you're using asphalt compared to richer pavement, the base and all those kinds of stuff, they're different. I know this. So I said, what's the reason? Oh, because we think it's going to be easier. This is around the coastal area. So when it rain, water, concrete, it's easy. I said, okay, who am I to disagree with them? I said, but I knew. So I called the other person. I said, what's he said? Samson, just do what they say. These people are crook. They find a contract, a cement company now that will supply their cement, and then they're going to get kickback. So just do this. I said, okay. I started doing it. That's how they operate in Liberia. That's how they operate. And that's exactly what has happened to Rabafi Highway. When they started, I was here making noise. These people they don't have the capacity. And you heard the lady told us she found this young man, Kevin, his name, because she felt sorry for him because he was not getting a good job. So he wanted $110 million of gateway to our capital. And you give it to someone who is not even 40 years old because you felt that person was hungry. That's how they do it. But guess what? That same person now is with Ambassador Baka. We're watching. I'm not going to play around. I'm not going to play around. Why am I saying these things? Because I believe that a country that has role, and this is what I'm going to do starting next week. I have a program here where I can show you street view of Google Earth. I will show you Kinshasa. I will show you Ivory Coast. I will show you Liberia. I will show you Rwanda. And you tell me. Then I will show you Jamaica. And you tell me. You see, when this president came in, when they started rejecting my offer, one of the things I thought they were going to do, because I've studied Jamaican engineering process, and they are very good. Jamaica is pretty much like Liberia in terms of climate and the soil and things like that. But most of their roads, they go through mountains, through hills. So they're very good. I thought the fact that our first lady is from Jamaica, and the fact that the president will use that connection to bring in construction company from Jamaica to help us. They got these lawmakers there. They put together a phone company, and then they go to public work, submit those fraudulent papers to say they have construction company. They pay them, they don't do the work. And you heard about it here sometimes? They pay them, they don't know how to do the work. So there are some outstanding projects that people have already gotten paid, but because they do not have the capacity, they're not doing the work. And this is what Ambassador Baka is saying. Join us. Let's rebuild. These people, they can take from me. I'm not a money man to do everything, and that's not my problem. Take your money, go. Excuse us. Let's fix it. We will fix it. I was on here. These people are so wicked in our country. It's unbelievable. The way they treat our people. Not only our people, they treat themselves. One of the things, if you notice, most of the places in Liberia, when we say greed, but I'm glad, President, we are keen for Liberian to see what corruption can do to our country. Because the president has not, if he didn't come in with his people, we will never experience what we have experienced. And we will never know what corruption, what it does to his people. There are people that are working in the government, have these beautiful buildings, and a couple of them live in the same area. But guess what? They're waiting for one person to pave. And most of these places, beautiful houses, you go there, it's not paved. You're driving, they all live on that same road. But to put together, collaborate, and say, let's build this road because we all live here. They will not do it. They're waiting for someone else to build so they can drive on it. That's how wicked they are to one another. But let's go on. Why would I want one? The other day, I said, no, I'm not coming here. And I wanted to do my radio show to say about engineering, but if I do that, people will think, say I want a job. So I will not do it again. Forget it. You can accuse me of trying to get jobs. So what? I'm a country. If I'm qualified, I will get it. If I'm not qualified, they will not give it to me. I don't care what you think. What I want job, I don't care. I don't care. That Liberia, if I want job to build Town Road or anything bad, if I want job to build Town Road, they are bad, man, move from there, man. Family to sit down, man. But you think I care? You think I care? You look at the face that somebody got seen face, I beg you. So let's go on. I'm on it tonight. This is ridiculous. This is ridiculous. The Minister of Public Works, I respect her. I met her. I know her. I'm not questioning her qualification, but I'm questioning her commitment to fairness. To fairness. I'm questioning her commitment to fairness. But what I know, the fact that I know some stuff, I'm not blaming her either, because she was in a position where she has no control on many of these things. And y'all watch, on this president, y'all will see those senators there. They will have no control on concession. These senators there, because before the minister, chairman of public works, so all of the contract, and they got to let me look at the other contract. They bring all their friends there. They apply for contracts, job that they know they can't do. They can't do. They don't have equipment, but they form company together and submit their company. Your man made me to call somebody I know, can't tell us his story. The person know all the story. I'm not gonna. I will. Your man made me to call that person. Then they come in. Okay, they got company. The company, they register the company legally, but they do not have the capacity. But because they are senators, they go and they go in the front of the line. They go in the front of the line and they register their company, and then they go and get these contracts in the front of the line. But they have no capacity to do these things. Those things are over. No. Somebody said it last time. He said those things, they are over, and they're not over. They are over. What kind of business is this? In Liberia, I will bring another man here. He's been talking about the election. Yes, another thing here. I will bring it on. He will talk about it. Let me read what he wrote. Let me read what he wrote. I will bring it on here next week. But let me read what he wrote. Okay. These people, wickedness is unbelievable. Okay. Yes, the thing here. I will not call it now. I will just read. Liberia braced for scheduled power outage as hydropower production dips. The power you're enjoying in Liberia, LEC, they're going to ration on it. So that means today that Dupo Road, 1 or 2 hours that Dupo Road. Then they move on the other side, they cut Dupo Road and go on the side. Why you think, oh, maybe they don't have enough? That lie. In a bit, I'm not even going to go there. LEC is released, in a release attributed the situation to the reduction of hydropower. That lie. And I will bring this guy on. But when I start reading it, people will know who he is. As part of the response to the power shutdown, the LEC is urging citizens to conserve energy during the outage period. The public is encouraged to minimize electricity usage whenever possible to contribute to the overall effort to stabilize the power supply. But that lie, according to this man, that lie. The people just want to eat money. They don't want to do anything. They just want to eat the money. So here's what this guy told me. And he wrote it here. Okay. LEC is trying to say they don't have the capacity either, which is a lie. According to this guy, when he told me the other day, you're thinking right now, that's how I was thinking. But then LEC is doing it because they are the people who regulate the power supply. And if they're saying this, then that means the power supply is bad. Until he opened my eyes. He took the corn out of my face. I can see. When I start seeing what he was talking about, I got vexed straight. And you two come to get vexed right now. LEC, the Ivorian country, the Ivory country of Africa, they supplying Liberia with electricity. To Falcon or something, but we'll talk about that. But let me just give you the links. So the people supplied Liberia through from Ivory Coast through Grand Gide, River G, I believe, in Maryland. So the Grand Bassa goes all the way to Grand Bassa. Grand Bassa is a hub. They have a hub over there. So the hub from Grand Bassa County alone, the storage capacity in Grand Bassa County is 50% of that of the hydroplane in Mount Coffee. So why people in Grand Bassa County in Buchanan, sometimes they don't have light? Why? When the lights, the current is setting right there. You know why? The guy told me, he said, the power supply is not the issues. But when the government came in, people started telling the government, the Ivorian going to supply. You need to provide the facility that will carry the current from one position to another. The international community will get them money to put power up. You think we lying? You think we lying? You will see when they start doing the serial auditing problem in the, you will see, you will say, oh, the power supply is there. The one they don't use, guess what? It go through fuel, go to Sierra Leone. The one they don't use, guess what? It goes through fuel, go to Guinea. Because Guinea has they got a facility. They got in Sierra Leone, they got a facility. So they can't, you mean for your business because of your government eating your money. They're taking the money and eating it. You want Ivory Coast to sit down and say, we're waiting until Liberia, maybe Liberia get their facility. No, you don't use it. Get it out of Yemen. People not serious. They bring it to you. You between Ivory Coast and Sierra Leone. You between Ivory Coast and Guinea. Then they come through. You know what Ganta is boiling? Oh, but he told me. He said something to you know what Ganta is boiling? I said no. He said because there's a smart young man in Ghana. In Ganta. He decided to build his own hub and register to regulate. So he became a supplier. And as a supplier, people pay him, he supplied them. And this is what this government has refused to do. And here's the wickedness on this thing here. Think about it. All these people will be accusing, oh, the person taking money, oh, the person, and what's his name? Ponkepan. What's his name again? What Ponkepan name? I think I forget your name. Ponkepan. The guy who buried his mom in that big mausoleum. This new elected senator for not Bapolo, but McGill. McGill told her, he said, when we take the money, we build it right here. That lie. When they take the money, they don't build it there. They take the money and take it somewhere else. That lie. If these people, if the reality was building, all that money were taken, why they can't create a hubs and sell electricity to the Liberian people? They will buy it. Then your money becomes legitimate. But they want to rock car. How wicked are you? In a mix of children selling in the street, planting chips, which I love. I love their planting chips, to be honest with you. But the children passing between cars, selling planting chips. Then you ride $70,000 car in Monrovia. Where? In Monrovia? Then when your car coming 111, then you telling people to get out of the way. And these security apparatus, they themselves, they corrupt like nothing else. Why y'all will allow these people to do us like that? Eh? For what? I thought we fought war before that. I thought PRC came and overthrew our government because of that. Why you're doing the same thing again? What time we probably will move out of that thing and we go up so that we will be somebody else tomorrow. We will just be repeating the thing over and over. A circle going around. The other person come, take your own elephant me and move up. We're watching. We're watching. Folks, this is just ridiculous. Analysts tonight, you even can't say, I can handle it. Analysts, you ain't can't, that's good for me. I can handle it because I'm just getting really, really wiped out right now. You know, this is just something. This is something that is unbelievable. Eh? For what reason? Liberia. When I was growing up in Montreal, they used to have bookstore on the Ministry of Education. And later I found out that those books were donated to the Liberian students. But there are certain people at the Ministry of Education, they want to sell them. And if they're not selling them under the Ministry, they give it to the children and take it on Benson Street or go sell it. My people, I know these things. Hold on. You got to come in through the stuff, the link, please, because I'm not connected to the stuff yet, please. All right. So those people will go and sell the books for the children to sell the books on Benson Street. I know these things because I was working as a store boy right on Benson Street. And most of the people that are selling on Benson Street, I know them. They are some of them older than me. They were older than me. So now I'm not to say they're my friend, but I know them. Because myself, I'm grown up man. I'm grown up man. What are you talking about? I never stole anything. But fighting power was there. That what made me grown up. Okay? Football, we go to coconut plantation Sunday morning, and we eat back. We eat back. So give me a minute, folks. Give me a minute. Let me go grab my water, please. Let me go grab my water. Again, I'm still here on the project, building capacity around my mouth, but I got something to back it up. What do you think? Let's discuss it. All right, we're back. Thank you. So let me drink some more. Tonight, whether analysts come or analysts come or I'm not going by. I'm not drawn by tonight. So they used to go and take the books, give them to the people on Benson Street to sell. And many of you that are watching me, y'all know the story. But this thing, when will we even try to say enough is enough? Everything Ambassador Baka is talking about is not to enrich himself. It's about us, Liberian, benefiting from his leadership. That's all it is. In everything. Let me tell you, some of us were country people. You got to have a leader. The elephant killing business in Grand Gida, in Town, we have a leader. The man will go and kill elephant and come home and say, I finished killing the elephant. Everybody from Totem will go and get that elephant meat. We're going to divide it because he's the leader of the elephant and kitty business. So even politics, we got to have a leader. And the leader is telling us that follow me, I will not lead you in a hole. Follow me, I will lead you to the prosperous land. What's wrong with that? What's wrong with that? So let me go on. Analysts, if you get this and you want to join my Tabata tonight, please do so. Terry, specifically, if you want to join me, Mr. George, if you want to join me, Mr. Sisigoya, if you want to join me, please do so. But if you're busy, I understand. Right now, I'm on fire. And I'm sitting down tonight. I'm on fire. Because it's just too much. And if what really moved me today, I read Ambassador Baka's certification speech, but I didn't take much out of it until later when I got to work this morning. So I read it. And then I started reading it. And then I started hearing the same thing he told me almost 2 weeks ago, almost a month ago. You think we're here to come waste time? So let's go on. So the issue here for me, whether they call me they ain't call me on this LPR platform. I will pull out a bowl here. Good thing I have the camera that costs almost $3,000 because of this. I'm serious. You want me to show you? You want me to show you this camera so you can go and Google it, and you'll see it costs almost $3,000. You got small money because of this. It's not because of me. It's not because of me, but the camera. If I'm moving around, the camera will follow me. If I can zoom into the camera and then zoom into whatever that I'm going to be writing, we will stay here on LPR. Whether they call me, I already told you. If you don't know me, I don't know them. I only know 2 or 3 people. I know a little bit George Lobo. I know Anthony Cassidy, who everybody know. I know Sir Johnny. That's it. The rest of it, I don't know them. So let me go on. Why am I saying all of these things tonight? Let's tie it down to Ambassador Bakai, President-elect Bakai and the incoming government. Then I can sit down and start taking call. So 2 days ago, on Spoon, they have an invitee. John Monroe was invited as a guest. And John Monroe started telling us things that was happening at this very early stage of the incoming government. Just as in this process of the inaugural program. And after he told us, then there's a young man that came in. Twer. What's his first name? I want to know his last name. So I went on his page. He's very young, but he was very disrespectful to Mr. Malone. What's that's Samuel Twer, man. What's it? Jackson Twer? No, what? Let me go there again. I will soon get his name. Let me go there. You think I'm here to come play around? You don't give me a job. So what? Twer. Amos Twer. The guy's name is Amos Twer. But very, very disrespectful to John Monroe. As though you and John Monroe equal. You and John Monroe not equal. First of all, even if you can know other book, you must provide respect to people. You have culture. Amos Twer, you have culture. You should apply the culture. Respect your others. First of all, you can disagree with him. But you come in with your tone of voice is so sharp and think that being disrespectful to John Monroe. Unacceptable. I'm going to give me a minute, folks. Give me a minute. This is not something that I'm going to take very lightly. If we expect to join Ambassador Bakai to move this country forward, we must do it with respect and responsibility. You think I'm waiting for you to call my name for a job before I do what I want to do? Everybody that know me, they know. I'm not here for a job business. What book I know, say, I don't even know book. Well, how will take job? But we have to, these people, this time around, I'm not going to sit by. I sat by during my leave time. I said, maybe let me just concentrate on my job. My little 4-year-old, at that time, he was 4-year-old. He going to be 15 in next year. You think I can go? So I told myself, okay, let's just wait. Eventually, we will get 18, and then we'll go. I think I come sit down here and wait for you. You sit down there. What kind of business is it? Just give me a minute. Just give me a minute. Okay. Why is that? Why is that? That you're gonna come and do this and thinking that people are gonna bow down to you? Please. Okay. Okay. So there's something I want to take care of you. Please, just bear with me. Just bear with me. Okay. Okay. All right. So let me go down. I will soon be opening up the what you might call here very shortly. So Amos 12, who is it? I believe it's a second. Like I said, I don't know them, they don't know me. So it really doesn't matter to me. Because if my food don't belong, it don't come from their pocket. I must be respectful. Even though I'm older than him, I will respect him. But if he does something that I know is beyond, I will tell. Why will you come on the platform and address Honorable Manu as such, being disrespectful? Mr. Manu, you think he's depending on you for a job? The man told you, he said, I go all over the world. People know me. His reputation is on the line. Then if he offer help, that's how you're going to talk to him? You can't tell. The man asks you, how you guys got these people name on the list? You're there telling him, say, we are saying we'll be meeting 11 o'clock, so we'll pour everybody. That friendship business, we're watching you. We will stay on this platform. As young as you are. You want to put your mommy? I don't care. What you do to me? Nothing. You can't do nothing to me. You can't. You Emontua, you're talking to John Molu as though he's your classmate. I went on Emon's 12 page, his Facebook page. Young man, smart, intelligent. Don't get me wrong. But you do not use the ability because you're smart and educated and you're going to be disrespectful to somebody who was older than you. Unacceptable. And what did John Molu say that is so bad? You're going to come and show disrespect on Spoon. For what? All he told you is, if we want to do things differently, because that's what Ambassador Baka has been telling Liberian people, I want to do it differently. How are you going to get somebody on the list and you say something to you're in charge of this list, but you have the people here, you're going to supply me? I have to vet this. You think John Mono is stupid? He has to make sure these people who you're going to be serving with are people that are credible. His name is on the line. And you kick them out. And when you come in on and say he want also go, you think John Manu tell you say go and do corruption or find out who? That's not your job. He knows that. You think John Manu stupid? For you to come and say, Amos, y'all go and see the other man doing corruption. That other man doing corruption, y'all go catch them, you policemen. For you to come off Spoon and make that kind of ridiculous statement. We're watching your young people. This thing is about you. This whole entire thing Ambassador Baka is doing, it's about you. But you must do it with respect. You have the right. We'll deal with you little by little. Let me bring in another wonderful man here. Terry, good evening. Thank you for joining me. Why am I starting now? Hey, wait. My yeah, man. Even the computer server. The computer server. I think every day people come on here, tabata. Hey, you want to do it? We will deal with it. We will stay right here. I don't need job. We will stay right here and tell them. Terry, good evening. Thank you for joining me.
Good evening.
What's on? You see how the puppet drinking water tonight, right? And I
see you firing tonight. I don't know.
It really got to me today. From the time the first round, He's Ambassador Baka, President-elect Baka, been saying, I want people, y'all join me to build. Y'all join me to build. Not once has he missed that. Whatever opportunity that's been given him, he's always asking for inclusiveness. And even people in Town Town that can read, they understand that now. They must sit down here. Whatever little thing I know, I will show you. Thank you for joining me, Terry. What's on your plate this evening?
Well, there are a lot going on. There are a lot going on and all of that. There are a lot going on. We're hearing that the LRA, Liberia Revenue Authority, that President Weah is to recommend or to nominate Samoa Wolokoli.
Yeah, that would be that not the authority, but the how do you call it? Registry.
Revenue. Yeah.
No, registry.
Registry, okay. However, I think that is something. But I've been listening to you. You've been doing some great things. The speech of Ambassador Burkhardt again at his certificate program was as almost the same as what he had been saying all along. So that makes me to understand that apparently most of his speeches have been written by himself, because there is a pattern, there is a consistency in his position. Yes. And I, like you said, I see a man yearning and calling up for help, that this particular thing is not about me. I don't want you guys to make it about me and make it look like that, oh, I have won the election, so this is a unity party thing. I want you guys to come and join me to fight to rescue Liberia. And that will include every Liberian, regardless your status, regardless where you are in life. Every single Liberian must join this mission in rescuing Liberia, because every one of us will contribute. I think even the local things, take for example, the Cleaning Up campaign for the inauguration, that alone is a sign that this particular government, in order for it to succeed, my light went off. In order for it to succeed, it will have to be done by every Liberian. It will involve our collective effort. Right. In every small way we can. Even if it calls for you not to drop the trash in the street, that will require you to, that is also part of rescuing Liberia. That if you're eating a banana, you don't have to throw it in the street. You can look for a nearby trash can and put it there. That is also inclusive. That is also inclusive in everybody helping to rescue Liberia.
Right. So what I'm going to be doing next week, like I said, I'm going to be doing the Google Earth Street View for Liberia, Ivory Coast, Kinshasa, and Rwanda. So, Terry, if you want to take care of it, you want to get you off for now? Okay. All right. So we will do that next week. Excuse me. Yeah, I'm drinking like horse tonight. Yeah, that's okay. That's okay. We got to do this thing. Enough is enough. Enough is enough. As I was saying earlier, let me go back. So these young people themselves, they're not stupid. So when Mo Ali find out that Amos 12 was being rude to Mr. Malou, Mo Ali came back to try to clean it up. I thought people, the like of Amos 12, will be willing to have John Malou to help them clean the country. Because you need more John Malou to help to clean the country. These are the people, the country of the Republic of Liberia. You got people who are in charge to regulate, they call it steroid in Liberia, to make sure, because each of the steel, the way you buy the steel rod, you buy them by number and the thickness. Okay, but I'm not going to go into that right now. Okay, they have the strength. On the steel rod itself, everything they have it just like what H2 5 something like that, some kind of number, but it tells you the thickness, it tells you the gray, and they tell you how the length of what it is that you want to get. But the most important one is the grade, the strength. So they got these people that will take money from the supplier for them to bring in cheap steel rod in Liberia. For what? The people who are going to buy these steel rod, they are Liberians. The building. So you saw that building, I think it was a church building that was being built. It went down because of cheap material. Cheap material. And if I saw the building, when you look at the building, the steel themselves, they bend. The columns were not strong enough to take this twisting. Okay, when you build a column with the steel in it, it's not just concrete cannot take bending. It don't take compression. Okay, if you compress, it's difficult. So it helps. But in terms of bending and things like that, it's not that. But when you mix the steel with the concrete, it becomes stronger. But if you have a cheap steel, I don't care what is your grade, what is the make design of the concrete. If you have a cheap steel, it's not going to be helpful. And that's exactly what happened. If you look at that, I saw the picture. The steel, everything bending, their elbow, everything. What kind of business is that? Not only was the steel was not able to support the weight they put on it, but it was not even able to support its own weight because the concrete around it. So it buckled out. Man, please. We will stay here and tell these people, this is the new Liberia. All right, folks, I'm going to be opening up the line. Samson told Liberian Public Radio. We're going to do our best. We're going to do our best. So I don't mean to... Oh, Terry's by? Okay. I don't mean to be disrespectful, but I will sit down and then Terry and I are going to talk while I open the line as well. But thank you for listening to my tabata tonight. And I appreciate you. Appreciate my tabata. Thank you. But Terry, let's go ahead on a very serious note. This got to stop, Terry. This got to stop. There are countries around us. We're getting the democracy process. We're getting it there. We're getting there. But the corrupt behavior among our people, they're going to have to stop it. Because, yes, and Ambassador Walker told us about the corruption business. The corruption not only hurt the people around, but it also hurt yourself.
Yeah, and I think that this is why people saying, "Oh, John Molu should have done it behind closed doors." Liberia is not an ordinary country, like other countries around the world where people can do it diplomatically. Liberians are not like that. Liberia is a rough country. You got to address people aggressively. You cannot be secrecy. Corruption in our society loves to be hidden. That is the reason why it have always been there, because there have been nobody to shine a light on it. You see, when Darius didn't went in the house, he said, "I'm going to be the light." So when he went in the house, what did he do? He brought the house to the Liberian people by bringing in the media. All right, that was a way of shining the light. So as a result, we can see the faces now of senators, and we can know who making the wrong decision and who making the right decision. And based upon that, there is a level of corruption, bad decisions being made in the House there of Senate is being minimized. Whether you like it or not, it's being minimized because why? It is being exposed. Right. So corruption in Liberia had to be exposed. And that is why I support John Molu 100% for what he's doing, because that is the only way Liberians understand it. That's the only way they understand how corruption can be alleviated. When that guy began to expose Ellen government, she took her back and she hated him for it. And when his tenure ended and she decided not to bring him back, corruption increased in
Yes.
Liberia
After he left.
after he left. But when he was there and highlighting these things, people were careful. And that is why you think they killed those auditors? They killed them because they wanted to conceal the corruption. They wanted to hide it. And that is the best way to deal with corruption. Expose it. That is the first step. The first step to deal with corruption is transparency. And that is why many people don't like transparency. And Ambassador Barker said, this is how we're going to start it, the fight against corruption. I'm going to declare my asset and make it public. So you can see what I got, and based upon what you see, and that is the mistake President we have made. When he got into power, he refused to publicize his assets. Every time he said, oh, I declare my asset, you won't see it, you won't find it, go look for it. So we checked for it all over on the internet up to today, we didn't find it. So, that is how you know that somebody is not prepared to fight corruption. Because if you are prepared to fight corruption, the first thing you will do is to shine light on yourself. Tell the Liberian people, say, look, this is what I have. This is what I got. And that is why when Darius didn't came up to say, look, this is what I got, this is what I have, people started making mockery of him. So as a result, but going forward, everything he got that was exposed, that have been exposed and been in the public, shows to us that this guy is transparent. So thereby, it made his colleagues to be afraid. So in order for us to deal with, to be able to lay corruption to rest, anybody who sees it in any corner need to be brave enough to highlight it. Because the more we hide it, the more corruption will emerge. In fact, it will lay eggs, it will born baby, and it will multiply in the society. And I think that is one of the major reasons why Liberia can be totally free for corruption. Because corruption is concealed, is hidden.
All right, let me open the line. People are calling.
Go ahead.
We have sedition. They're getting ready to call. You're going to put their foot in their mouth tonight. But I'm ready for that as well. So let me go ahead. No, but Terry, this is just sickening if you think about it. The way our people behave towards each other is sickening, to be honest. Because you cannot continue to do this, and you think that you are living good. Because yes, okay. Samson told Labrador Pablo, what's your name? Where you're calling from? What's on your mind? Let me put the number up. Go ahead. Hello.
How you doing, Lodi?
Okay. How you doing?
Listen, man, I told you way back 2022, you should go to Liberia. You should go to Liberia. Everything you're saying today, I was just lying down here crying in my gut, not even in my heart. Go help. Every pieces of things that.
Hold on 1 minute. Let me merge this guy. Please, just hold on.
Pieces that you can put together to build our country and help the women, just go and do it. People that you will recommend, country, Rwanda, Africa, that you just mentioned, women, go. Go and leave a footprint that the youngest people will follow. Don't mind people saying, go and put your project proposal for Liberia to the old men. That will be the only remedy and for the development of our country.
Thank you. Thank you.
Sitting down here now, it is time for you to go.
Okay.
Put people together. The one of your panelists just said, go. Thank you very much.
Thank
Forget
you.
about those things.
Thank you.
Liberians will talk a lot, but do nothing.
That's right. We'll deal with it. Thank you. Thank you for your comment, and we appreciate it. We'll take that into consideration. Thank you very much, Dodi.
Thank you very much for having me.
All right. What's the caller? Go ahead. You're next. What's the caller again? I will call you right back.
Mr. Tool.
What's on your mind, Chief?
Thank you. How you doing, brother Terry? How you doing?
Yeah, Keto, what's up, man?
Can you please lower your monitor?
Thank you. How you doing, brother Terry? How you doing? Yeah, so Mr. Tool, the conversation is very interesting, and I see your passion towards Mr. Molu, John Molu. Like I said yesterday evening on the show, there are some things at the very early stage when you start to see a little bit of problem coming. It's good to call in-house and discuss it in-house. For me, John Molu, I don't care how sincere he is. I don't care how smart he is. Sometimes you have to be a leader. I think John Molu, he's very egotistic. I think John Molu is arrogant. And I think John Molu should be able to recognize that as a leader.
Let's do a little bit. I'm not going to rush you off tonight. Because I know
you asked me a question?
Yes. Let's have a conversation. From I suppose you're speaking from the information that we gather, we all watched on Spoon. Is that from that particular incident have led you to come to those conclusions? Character conclusion about his character? Is it because of what you watch on Spoon, or have you had the opportunity to?
Oh yes.
Engage with him?
Conclusion about his character.
I think his phone is on loudspeaker. That's why he's hearing the feedback.
So, Mr. To, what I'm doing, I'm
loudspeaker
because directly from the call. I don't hear you when you ask the question, so I'm going back to my other phone and listen to the question. And I'm gonna tell you, so when I listen to John Molu, I know John Molu from nowhere. I heard about him, but when you go on these platforms and you speak to people, the way you speak, and not one time, not two times, it tells me your character. All right. Wow. So John Molu passion for doing what he does best. And, everybody kind of also we like it, do it. But at the end of the day, when you start to show that all the other people around you knows nothing and you alone, you are the only light shining over there, then it's a problem. Especially when you start to talk in the way John Molu spoke. Like I said before, Unity Party, what do you call it, the transitional team had a term of reference, a general term of reference. John Molu didn't want to accept that. In fact, John Molu said they didn't give him any term of reference. And when they pushed him further, he said, yes, they had general term of reference because Spoon put the term of reference out. John Molu said, no, he wanted a term of reference for himself. As a matter of fact, he even told Spoon.
Can I cut you off now? Can I cut you off now?
But you got to go close to the microphone or something like that. Because
Terry, can you hear me?
Yeah, I'm hearing you clear.
Yeah, no, on the radio can hear you. When you ask the question through the phone, it's kind of very low.
Okay, can you hear me?
Now you could doing it, yeah.
Okay, all right. I know you.
What is
I
your
know you're
the
better
question?
than- I know you, and I don't have a question. I know you, and I know you're better than that. The election is over. You are an educated person. I will advise that you do not come to a public gathering like this and come up with a definite conclusion based on some gathering, not gathering, but based on some TV show that you watched, which does not convey the entire person in terms of his character, in terms of his behavior. But now to conclude, which you have just done, you're not doing us a service, good service, I would say. It has nothing to do with CDC. If it was usual, I would say that's Seditian way, but I know you because you are a fair person. So I will ask that perhaps you try to somehow tailor your conversation when it comes to Malu and his behavior and what you suspect to be what it is, which is suspecting, because you don't have the medical criteria to diagnose, to conclude that what the person character has, whatever he has displayed, does give you the right now to characterize his behavior as being certain characteristic as far as you're concerned. You're better than that. And I want to leave it as that. I'm not just your buddy here on the platform. I'm also older than
So,
so
Mr. Toe,
yes.
Mr. Toe, like I said to you, Mr. Toe, like I said to you the other night, you really don't know. I don't know the other guy, Amos Tue. I don't know him. He's a young man. I've seen him on Facebook. I've seen him on Unity Party platform, and giving information out and running the affairs of Unity Party as far as being the Secretary General when Mo Ali left. That's that part of his function. And I see he's a young bright man. And I think, like I said, we live in a society where people are trying to protect their reputation. And when you're in this kind of political environment, you don't just sit for somebody to say things to you that you let it slide. People come back and the response, sometimes the response can be very, very hard. So I was fortunate again to even go back to listening to the response from Tue, not Amos Tue, but Samuel Tue, the minister Samuel Tue. There are some things that this man Molu said on Spoon that were completely in contradiction to what he and Samuel Tue talked about. As a matter of fact, he the one initiated the conversation with Samuel Tue, but he went on Spoon and said he don't know Samuel Tue and Samuel Tue calling from the blue. No, he communicated with Samuel Tue first, and Samuel Tue was in the presence of over 20 some persons sitting and talking when he initiated the conversation. And he wanted some information. Okay, and Samuel Tue was giving information.
Let me ask you, because Samuel Tue did name few of those people. Give me one or two names. Can you hear me? Give me one or two names.
I'm listening. I'm listening to it.
Okay, give me one or two names of those Samuel Tue was who were present when he was having a conversation with John Malu.
So yeah, I can say I'll try to. I think I put a transcript in LPR or group chat. I put the transcript in there. There are names. I can't offer.
Gilman.
Gilman
was one of those.
To you now, but I put the transcript in there.
Gilman, but you supposed to follow. You didn't. You put a transcript.
No, Mr. I've been very sincere.
You can't say that because one of the major names Samuel Tue called is someone that you're very familiar with.
Right.
You know that person. And why would you say
This is what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying. I cannot off here give you people name because
Apparently, he
I
didn't
don't have the
follow.
transcript before me. But Samuel
He,
said he was
he
in the
didn't
midst
follow
of
this.
people, and he called names, and he even challenged Molu. He challenged Molu to say, provide the audio, provide the information or text that you and myself are communicated, because he said to us, I got evidence to prove your text that was sent between you and myself. I can put it out there, but you provide the evidence that I'll call you to tell you X, Y, Z. And up to now, Molu cannot come out to say anything. What I'm trying to say here is, when you're speaking of integrity, when you're speaking of a government that supposed to unite the country, you don't start with in-house fighting in the public. If you want to clean the house, you can go and sit with people who are in authority in the house to say, look.
Terry, Carter, now I'm going to jump into the CDC bygone. They were going to you for 6 years. They are even trying to clean the kitchen before your clean house. Huh?
So this my thing here. This my thing. It's just a keenly advice to the Unity Party folks now. This is a transitional period.
Need your advice.
Oh yeah. They need. Let me tell you, the fact is, they're not government for Unity Party. They are government for Liberia and Liberians. I do not see Joseph Boakai as president for Unity Party. I see Joseph Boakai as president-elect of the Republic of Liberia. Anything his administration does, what are people that are associated with him, it will be characterized by Liberian action. It will be something binding on Liberian people. So I speak as a Liberian, and this you can't tell me say because in the opposition. No. I'm not an opposition as far as concerned. I'm a Liberian first. So I'm speaking in the capacity of a Liberian. I see dysfunction starting from the very get-go of this incoming administration, and I think they should be able to clean the house before coming out to the general public. Because if you don't do that, CDC is sophisticated when it comes to propaganda. When it comes to and you know CDC is aggressive. CDC is aggressive. Let me be honest. CDC is very aggressive when it comes to that, Mr. Toh.
Thank you.
And I can see if the guy who are not let me just lay on this one. Let me just lay on this one. Then you can. So I can see and Unity Party have a very thin skin when it comes to criticism.
Okay.
And if Unity Party start like this, and CDC pick up, it will be dangerous.
Walter Carter, thank you very much. We are discussing some serious issue.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you. Okay, Mr. George, thank you for joining us. Mr. George.
Yeah.
Joining us.
Thank you. Terry, how you doing?
Yeah, man.
So I know we got about 30 minutes or so before going. I think I'll just let's just have the conversation. Let those who want to call in will call. If they call, we can stop. Thank you for joining us. What's on your plate? First of all, once again, we express our sympathy. I saw Dr. Toto earlier, and it just broke my heart, knowing that I too, from a town, where I have relatives everywhere, and so those kinds of accidents, if they were to happen in Toto Town, I will have It will have devastating effect as far as I'm concerned, because I know most everyone in Toto Town, pretty much. If I don't know you particularly, but I know your father, I know your mom, and so those things, I'm sure it's the same way with Dr. Toto. So it was a very heartbreaking situation. Some of the stuff we're reading. And once again, we express our sympathy to our brothers and sisters from the Bond County area. And so.
Yeah, I mean, the situation is a tragic situation. In fact, total time, I would say, that's somewhere I got some extended relative in Total Town. Every time I'm going up until I have to stop in Total Town. And I know most of the villages around there.
Mr. George?
Yeah.
Excuse me 1 minute. Terry, you and Mr. George, just quiet and have a conversation. I will be right back. I'm not going too far. I have to take care of one or two things, please.
Okay. Yeah, so Total Town, I consider Total Town as a second home to me, because growing up, I spend some time around the villages there, and I have some extended relatives in Torotan. So even when I go in, I always stop in Torotan, you know. And there's a popular store because you've been in that area, Mange store, you know. I don't know if Mange store, you know. So
Yeah, those stores are right on the road.
yeah. So, but it is what it is, man.
I also used to work with the Besa, the Besa
Yeah,
family.
Bisa got a farm right around there. Bisa farm.
Yeah, the Besa family. Yeah.
Yeah, Bisa.
The Cobley Besa. I work. Actually, I was working for Alan Peel, one Alan Peel who has the rubber plantation in the Peel farm between Wiala and Salala.
Salala, yeah,
Yeah.
Wiala and Salala.
Yeah, there's a Peel farm there. So I was working under him. And he was also doing the timber business, and I was the head of the timber project. But we used to do rubber too. So that how I toured our whole place, that whole area there from Wiala to Torota. Those places were my area. I used to tour there regularly.
Yeah, I mean.
Yeah. To Sanoye, all the way to Sanoye. Yeah.
Yeah, you know.
Yeah.
That's all. But you see, sometimes it's hard to talk, but that situation would have been avoided.
Right.
It would have been avoided. Get the information now, small gathering. The accident happened Terry at 2 o'clock. 2 o'clock in the afternoon, the accident happened. And my point is, they have a police depot in Torotan. So from 2 o'clock, why the police didn't go and secure that crimes, that accident scene? It was around 5 o'clock when the information I got. It was around 5 o'clock when the explosion took place. So you see the time because I spoke to Dr. Toto, and he told me that information he got that the accident occurred around 2 o'clock. So my question, I said, but there's a police depot right there. Knowing that that is gasoline, highly flammable or something, why did they secure that place and say, look, nobody coming to get any gas. If we see anybody there, we're going to arrest you. But he told me it didn't. From 2 or 5 o'clock, when I the car, the gas in that tanker went in place. And if you look at the tanker, there's a guy in a red T-shirt.
Yeah.
I think he told me that's the mayor of Torotan. I think that's his son. Oh, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. And if you see the car exploded from the head, like the gasoline went down towards the engine.
The engine.
Yes.
The engine.
That's
Apparently that's what happened.
Yes. That's what it let a fire from. Then
But I
before.
would agree with you because the security apparatus should have secured the ground immediately.
That's
taken to the fire. Yeah.
I thought the police commander said he's in the hospital now with the community person. They're both in the hospital. He said they went there to secure the place, but the crowd was just too much, and that they were not able to bring the crowd under control.
You know, Mr. So and Mr. Todd, this thing when we talk, sometimes I just wonder how we living. That is gasoline. That's not fuel. That's gasoline.
Right. That's gas.
It's not fuel. Diesel had to burn. It had to go. But gasoline. Who doesn't know about gasoline? And if you are talking to the people and the people are refusing, why not call for backup? You got police in Sarara. You got police. I'm maybe 30 miles away up there again. So you have to call for backup because the danger involved. It's not that, we're talking to the people, they don't want to listen to us. So then what is if you talk to the people that don't want to listen, there are other authorities in that town.
Yeah, I think
there are other authorities you are brought in.
Yeah, Mr. George, I think it's just a tragic.
I mean, yeah. So it just now I said I don't even want to because it's just difficult to talk, you know. Look at how many people have lost their life and people that are in the hospital right now.
But even as that, You got people selling gasoline in the street, in a
In
bottle,
the street.
Right.
in a
This
bottle.
thing, this thing must
Especially
stop.
that very place. That very
All
place.
in Morovia.
Those boys
All in
then got the
Morovia,
gas.
people sell gasoline
Oh,
in the gallon in the street.
yeah.
Those things must stop. But I continue to say the thing. I said, look,
They sell it in the mayonnaise jars.
yes,
Yeah.
Liberia, if you say because you want to be re-elected, then there will be nothing done in our country properly. Better you do it. Tomorrow, some people realize the facts. They say, oh yeah, they think we're in our interest. Because gasoline being sold in the street, it's just not right. It's just not right. Someone can grab a cigarette nut, boom. And here's something I was talking about. The Phoebe Hospital. I mean, Terry, you know, from Kakatan, let's say from Sarah to Torodan, then to Phoebe, that 1 hour plus in between.
Yeah, right in between.
So
the last
imagine
one.
when you from
So
Torodan to Morofia.
is it Phoebe before Cottington?
Yeah, Phoebe,
Yeah.
no, after
Yeah,
you pass
Cottington
the junction.
is on the south. Yeah.
Yeah, you pass Cottington Junction, then it run the right hand side.
Then Phoebe is on the
So
other side.
Phoebe by the curve, because when you pass Cottington, you go through the curve like that before you go down the hill and get to
Yeah.
Banga.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because when you go in, it's on the right side. But look at the distance. To take people from Torotan to Monrovia, I think 172 miles. I think 172. From Torotan to Monrovia, 172 miles. So look at the distance. People burn. You gotta look at the distance you're traveling, northwest 8, not to the low people. Then you gotta take some people from Torotan to Phoebe.
To Phoebe.
And these are some people will be talking. Why the people who are representing people, why they cannot advocate to build some kind of clinic in Torotan? Because Torotan is the middle point between Sarara and that of Phoebe.
So
So
let me
when
ask you this, Mr. George, that young man with the red shirt you're talking about, did he survive?
Oh no, that the total that man burned the arches, man. He burned the arches.
Wow.
But he was on top of the
Yes.
tank.
Yeah. And not only that, when
But
they
you
go
see,
the other side
Mr.
of the truck, where they have the opening and stuff,
Yeah, the pump,
people in
the
there,
bar. Yes.
in that area, and most of them died.
Yeah, I think what's happened too that we got to also take into consideration, because most of those trucks when they carry hazardous products, they got something that temper with it to cool it down so that it cannot explode. They have protection on those things. So apparently,
Now in Liberia,
somebody temper with somebody opened something. They touched
Terry.
something that they shouldn't have touched. That's why I
Terry.
want to believe.
Terry,
You know,
trucks in Liberia are not inspected. In fact, Nigeria, you don't see tanker set ablaze in Nigeria all the time. Gasoline tanker. These trucks are not like here where you got safety rule. No.
yeah,
They
those
carry
things
the
supposed to
truck.
carry safety stuff.
Oh man, what are you talking about? Liberia?
let me share with you something that happened to me when I was in Liberia. So when I was in Liberia, we went to Toll Town for the burial of my brother, and we were coming back. They stopped in Ganta, and the guy wanted to see the how do you call it, safety
Fire extinguisher.
Huh?
Fire extinguisher.
Yeah, fire extinguisher.
Yeah.
So the fire extinguisher, from my understanding, you have it, and all the trucks you have fire extinguisher.
Yeah.
But it must be registered with a specific group.
That's the fire department.
So that they check your nozzle pressure, and all those kinds of good stuff. Okay, so we're gonna be inside. So there was a guy who was subcontracting from this agency to check people nozzle. So he would say to you, pay me, I will check your nozzle. You pay, he gave you the receipt. Say, okay, I'll come tomorrow. So when we were coming back, they said, what? They checked the pressure. Said, what happened to the thing? Not even there's no nozzle cap on it. Where is it? So the guy said, I got my receipt. Somebody check it. So the driver brought the receipt and showed it. So okay. The guy number, everything on it. So he called. The guy from Ganta called Monrovia to this guy that I supposed, and he asked him, did you do this? He said, yeah. They gave him the receipt number. He said, yes, I did. He said, did you inspect it? He said, no, I told them to go. I was going to inspect it later. So the guy said, you shouldn't do that. He said, well, so what do you want me to do now? I turn the money over to Revenue Authority. You want me to go get that money? Look at that kind of stuff. So the guy said, then our truck will not move. I said, no, you can't do that. So I told him, I said, that your corruption, your guy in the place, you guys just been exposed. Your man who is in charge told you on the phone, everyone here listening, including your chief, everyone listening, that yes, he indeed took the money and he said he was going to inspect. He never came. So he's still waiting. He will come to inspect later. You got to let us go. They couldn't do much. But now, if there was a fire in that truck, this thing is not working.
The fire, but you know, and here's the thing: it's not every fire is not just every fire is not for fire extinguisher.
Yeah,
right? It's not every fire is not for fire extinguisher. It got different.
They don't even have fire truck. I don't believe they have fire truck in
depending on the chemical. Depending on the chemical. So, and a fire extinguisher not do nothing to the fire. Not gasoline.
But by right, every vehicle in the Republic of Liberia is supposed to carry a fire.
They're doing it now, but as Mr. Toe telling you, they don't. So many people don't. They'll just say, "My man, okay, take it." They don't inspect it because you're supposed to that pin. You're supposed to pull that pin to make sure it's there, everything working.
Right.
But the thing.
I think before we move on, I think what I think needs to happen is Ambassador Baka need to put people like Samson told them in jail. You know, somebody who will come and start stealing something, he need to go to jail. Whether he be credible or not, as soon as he's found guilty, don't bring back better yala. But they need to.
You want to go to Mr. Mali capital punishment?
They need to build more jails.
But yes, the thing is, even Terry, there are some people who don't know how to use that fire extinguisher.
Right.
Many people like don't know how to use it. If there's a fire, how do you spray that fire? They don't know how to use it.
But the direction is always there. The direction is on the extinguisher.
But Terry,
No, I agree with you, Pa George. You are right. That one is 100%.
So you see there.
Plenty of people didn't know how to use it.
Yeah. So you see there, the prior is you cannot do law enforcement with sympathy.
Yeah.
That place, that's all in that way. That truck that had an accident.
Alexander Coming Police Director is on us now.
The investigator.
You can't do policing with sympathy. There we go.
But look at what happened. You know how many people now have lost their life, and how many people will be burned. They have got burning, and that will be the rest of their life. Some of them will not be able to do anything.
That is huge.
That is huge. That is better than
troublemaker calling.
That is huge.
Samson to LeBron Public Radio. Where you calling from? What's your name and what's on your mind? Hello?
I'm not hearing you.
What's your name? Where you calling from? What's on your mind?
Samson, I'm not hearing you.
He said he cannot hear you.
What do you mean? But you guys can hear me, right?
Yeah, but he can't hear you.
Can you hear me now? Yeah, because people have been complaining about this, not hearing me in business. So can you hear me
Papi,
now?
I'm not hearing you. Oh, you try you.
Can you hear me now?
Silence me? I'm hearing you. Oh, you want to silence me?
What would I say?
You are calling people analyst card. Jerry, my man Jerry card. Edmond Joyce, Sister Goyo. You're leaving me out. I'm here to put you into check. So, guys, thank you. As you know, Thursday is one of my which I don't usually come, and as you know. Okay, I think I saw a very good start of you tonight. And you know, as usual, I can give it. But there's one thing that there's a divider role. You have to shield people. And this is where we can always fall apart. And if we have to build Liberia, we just need to say it as it is. Because the more we shield these people, the found pressure in doing that. I told you, we work hard with this whole thing here, something to go and here, something to and go and here. And you're thinking about what Amos George or Terry would say, oh, if I try something go there.
That Terry, not me.
What you trying to do?
That patron said they will kill. That patron said they will kill him. Not me.
Your own part, your own contribution for your country, not necessarily what people are going to think. And you did that. You left from here, you went, and teaching the young people, engineers, teaching them, volunteering. What kind of minister of government or senator representative is that for? Even sometimes you will get mad and say, you know what? We've got to do it. Part of that is we as every Liberian has some sort of obligation. And I hope, like you started, it shouldn't just be with only George we are alone. You got to reach out to those people that you don't know, they not know you. You got to reach out to them as well. If they say no, you play your part. You have witnesses, you have people. And why were you people doing? This is why you guys and myself don't even get along. Oh, what I'm doing, and I'm looking for joy. You're not looking for joy. You burying the people, breaches, roast inside the middle. Where you looking for that job?
Because they can't pay the man. The man can't make that same money.
You need to stop that. The total road there is in a mess. You volunteer for Grand Gilded Association. You pull whole booklet together. They throw it on the bridge. But I think it is now we need just how we're making those calls. Good, the analysts they are added up. Jared, they're here now. They're all in it fast. Cesar, they're here. The Moja man who say who wants to bring capital punishment and all of those kind of things, they are all here. But on a serious note, I think I hope you know people. Your fanatical father, I pray. If that were making a speaker, you got to something. You got to help.
That fanatic over by more from the same American.
No, it's not we've been saying this thing over for I don't know how many years now. What kind of senator on our own, the late minister of Mabutu Nyimpa? We have tried every other thing for you to do what you're supposed to do. And I think that we must remain constant part of that. We also want to be talking about our country. I know it is hard. But inside government is a very big way. Your Tabata, you or Terry or Amos George, I don't know if he wants to join you or not. People in America, somebody put out here, even though you find a thing they're talking about people in Liberia. But the implementation part or pattern in Liberia, the enforcement pattern, that's why it is. So sometimes government hand becomes it's tough. Even right now, the white couple who is talking about change, when they're ready to get to some of these bottleneck issues and say, okay, we want to have this law in order, people will complain, oh, we're not taking pay, we're not, they are realistic. But look, no pain, no gain. There is no successful revolution without blood. There was some people will fall by the wayside. We have to have the country. Talking about the sanitation, it's one of its main objectives. You saw what our reporter brought the other day. See how every day you talk about safety. Look at the streets. Look at what people selling, how they're selling in the market. These cars that are all in the streets flying, no brakes. Look at what is that. Talking about this talk here. So there can be some radical changes. And people who supported this revolution or this process, some of them will be paid, some of them will be left out of the show. But that is okay when the country is benefited. So we must also be ready to embrace this storm that is about to come. Don't come here tomorrow. The very breaker. When breaker start taking it, you say, oh no, wait, some people still, people still catching up, people not taking pay. Look, this whole thing here, you cannot run a country to succeed with all sympathy. People are deliberately doing things and they are putting government to test. This thing has to stop if we want to have a better Liberia. But tomorrow, I will call you out. I will be on. You can have a very good night with your man Terry, the Minnesota politician. You can have a good night with him. Let Amos George. Amos George is no longer with my eye. He's no longer my ally. They have seen. That's
you just only do that.
Okay. Thank you.
Mr. So no, don't do that.
Yeah. So anyway, I don't know, Mr. George. It's not with us now. I don't know what happened. But Terry, thank you as usual. You're always joining us. But I was really thinking about this evening from what I read because okay, hold on 1 minute. Samson told Liberian probably don't what's on your mind. You got your background is heavy. Are you there?
Hello?
Yeah, your background, the noise in the background is too
Hello,
much.
can you hear me?
Yeah, but your background noise is too much.
Hello?
Yeah, can you hear me? Your background noise is too much.
You can call him back.
Your background noise. Can you hear me?
The feedback is very bad.
Yes, can you hear me?
Hello?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes. Okay, hold on. Can you hear me now?
It's very bad. The feedback is bad.
Can you hear me now?
Okay.
I can hear you.
Okay, but there's a sound in the background. I don't know where the sound coming from. Can you call back? Can you call back, please?
So sorry, I am at work. That's why.
Okay, can you call back, please?
Okay, I'm calling the phone to call.
Hello?
Yeah, hello. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
A little bit low, but can you hear me clearly?
Okay, what's
Radio?
about now? Can you hear me now?
Yes, sir. I'm hearing you.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead. Sorry about it. Mix up, but go ahead. What's on your mind?
It's okay. My name is Emmanuel Mark, and I'm calling from the city of Brotherly Love, Philadelphia.
Okay. Go ahead.
I have 15, to us here, but I will maybe just ask 2 or 3 of them. Maybe probably stop to 2. Over the past years, I'm one of those people. Most often, I get on my private talk show and I talk about issues surrounding Liberia, and I feel that for the past years, I was just only care about themselves, only talk when stuff happens, and when that is done and they talk about it, they go back in a same old shell. My father always say, our leaders, they are like, like uh, when the rain is falling, grab all the babies and put it around. They say, don't worry. As soon as the rain stops, we will be our homes. And soon that is done, everyone jump back in the going by their own business, looking for their food to eat. And that's how our leaders, they do not care about the Liberian. I'm sorry for the noise. As long John Brown can get sick and go to Ghana for treatment, as long Musu can get sick and go over to Switzerland, no one cares about what is happening in Liberia. I always tell people I will be one of those vicious Liberians that a representative or a senator gets sick and die, and I will celebrate. Because those guys are so wicked to the Liberian people. When they conquer people, they were bad. But today, look in that house. You check that it's my son, it's my Miata's son, it's my son. What happened that our own people get the best health care in our country? And the reasons are there. But our people, they bash on me, they gizzy, they give the crown. We are so wicked on one another. Look at what happened over there. Do you think Jesus cannot train new nurses? They don't need to pay money to go to hospital because we have nurses. All these things that we are talking, we are just muscle rattle. We are not talking about Grand Basso. We are not talking about Bapolu. We are not talking about how many of those people places over there have care to care for them? Nothing. We do not care the heck about who we are. It is our prayer. It is my prayer that this government we'll be able to make the change. But Liberians are dying every day. It's just that we do not hear of them. But our people are wicked. Leaders do not care the one bit about them. The only care when election is coming, they carry 1 or 2 bags of rice and give it. The only thing that can work in Liberia, it is system. You and myself live in this country, we know that's the only thing in this country. So we do not care who is in power. When I lose my job, I know pretty well I can go to a health center and I will food to eat, or I will get someone to take care of me. When I go for agency, I know pretty well somebody will take care of me. They will not want to know what I'm doing or Democrats. These are the systems I need to put in. Sewer system, electric system that the only thing that can work in our country. Are you still there?
Yeah, we're listening.
And the second thing I want to talk about that is very common but so important. If you check in the war of Africa, Liberia is one of the least countries who does not have address. And I see people come in the country, like my own Senator Abraham, I remember one time he posted something, I will be in and come to the address, and he gave the address on Facebook. And it came from my eyes. When will Liberia establish a system of having her own address? If you want to call Abraham Darros Delon, I supported him. He will not give you an address. He will tell you when you get to Oro, I don't know whether that's where you live. Get out that black horse there, red there's a tree. I saw you park 2, 3 horses. That's my horse. How beautiful it is. That in a new dispensation, God does not have address. Because when you have address, that address gives you a lot of information that people don't know of. That's why in this country, no one is afraid to make anyone a citizen as soon as you reach that stage. Because from day one, your fingerprint is taken. This day, when you go for your ID, your fingerprint is then taken. And that fingerprint is being used to help to investigate on people who steal, or people who rob, people who kill. That's why it's important. People know where you live. That address alone will help stop people from leaving from one constituent to go to another constituent and go and vote for people. That address will stop it. Because before you vote before you vote in any constituent, you should have lived there for the past 6 months. But Liberia do have to. And they see these things. They travel to Liberia. They go in other country. Most of our leaders who rule that country, they have traveled and see those things. But when they come back, they take out their pants and in the street and ask, you know who I am? I'm hoping and praying that Ome Buaka will be our next Jerry Ruler. Will close his eyes and give us what we need. Because that's what I needed. They were crying today, their chests are in the air.
Okay.
I'm hoping and praying for that. Thank you so much for your time. I get a lot of time, but I just want to say thank you a lot. And I'm hoping and praying that our leaders will listen to these things, will listen to our cry. Some of us do not need job in Liberia. I'm talking for our old age because we do not want to stay in the country forever. But we need these people in place. We need doctors. We need police to be paid. These guys, it's like that's why you see them live. That's why you see the more justice is all over the place. Because you call police will not come. When even they carry these people to the police station, at the end of the day, they will still outside. Police in the country, they are not at the police station. They are in their car. That's where their offices are. So that when they call them, they go straight and do their job. At the end of the day, you will not even say want to kill somebody if you do not have the need of killing them. Because you know they arrested, you know they will go in jail, you know they will go to court, you know that will be on their record. I'm not supporting any more justice, but these are the things that are creating more justice in our country. Because people see a red back in the street. Thank you for your time, man. I highly appreciate you. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Jerry.
Yeah, a lot. Yeah, he's upset, but again, he blaming the wrong people. He putting blame on the wrong people, and he putting blame on the wrong things. You see, Libra, I have a different version of what's going on in Liberia and what Liberia problem really is. And maybe one of these days I will talk about it. But I will just give you a gist. First of all, I also want to know, I want to ask Ambassador Boga one question. If he's listening to this show, He said something, I think, in 2017, before 2017, when he was being interviewed, that when he became president, all his cabinet ministers will go back to their hometown. They will go back there and stay there for some time. And for 6 months, I think he said for 6 months or so, no cabinet minister will travel to leave the country to go outside. They will stay. I don't know whether if he still holds that opinion. I will look for that video and send it to you. That's one thing I have not heard him speaking about much. But he had a vision that his cabinet ministers will go back to their villages, to their towns. One of the things I admire Ambassador Boga for is that he stays in Liberia. He's not a person who, among our leaders that have been in the diaspora all over the place, Ambassador Boga stays home. He stays in the country. He only travel on major for major reasons. He don't just travel out of the country back and forth. That's one of the reasons why I believe he will be a good president. But one of the things the guy is saying that I want to dispel, Liberia problem is not about the people taking the money. Because most of those money that are being allocated for those various governmental branches, they are all monies that goes for the budgeting and all of that. And we, the Liberian people, we bring these people, and because of these people's level of success, we bring them. If you elected a man as your representative, definitely when a man gets ill and you have the means and you don't have the facility to accommodate him, he will travel. You have to leave the country. So you have to keep safe for you. The problem here is not only with the three branches of government. The problem with Liberia is the amount of money we accrue in our budget. Liberia does not have money. I keep telling people this. You don't have the budget to absorb the population. Because of that, you don't even have the facilities to absorb the population. Everybody in our country able to go to JFK. JFK is the only hospital in the entire country that is noted to be the best hospital in the whole country that is owned by government. All the other places is almost like clinics. A long time ago, when my late wife was conceived with, we went to, because we were leaving from she was conceived with twins. We were leaving from and they kept us to ELWA hospital because there was no incubator. All right. And the doctor said she needed to be induced, and they don't have the machine to put the babies in the incubator. So because of that, we were delayed. And because when we arrived to JFK, they have too many people on bed. The people did not admit the woman to the operation room until after 3 to 4 hours. So when they carried the woman on the operation, one of the child died. So what I'm telling you here is that you don't have the capacity. And the reason why you don't have the capacity is because you don't have the budget. Liberia's 600 million is not sufficient. How much do you give the health ministry? How much do you give public works for roads? Then you complain about roads. How much do you give these places, the security apparatus? How much money do they get? If even you give them 75 million able to cover the entire country, pay staff for logistics and all that kind of thing, it cannot. But the place that Liberia is straining is that the little money that is given to these security apparatus and all these entities, it is not being channeled properly. All right. And that is where the corruption comes in. But I think that one of our major problems in our country is the lack of money. We don't have money. That we don't have the budget.
This young man, what he was saying here, I think all of you are saying about this thing. He's saying the little money that is coming in to these people, they take them and enrich themselves. And enrich themselves, they have the means to travel outside of the country to treat them to be treated by well-to-do medical facility. Whereas the country itself does not have these kinds of facility for the common Liberian to be able to go to these hospitals, as you yourself is saying. So I think all of you are pretty much saying the same thing, Terry.
No, yeah, we say the same, but what I mean is that we always blame. You see, most of the time we blame the legislature, but most of the time the legislature is also suffering too. We don't see the suffering because of the amount of money we think they're getting, but the actual group of people we're supposed to be blaming is the executive, because the executive carry the bulk of the money. The executive control bulk of the money. They don't want to distribute, like what Darrell Dillon was saying the last time. If you gave the police you giving the police the police about $75 million, okay, $50 million goes on, let's say $60 million go on paying salaries and other things. Then what happens to the other remaining money, the other millions? What do you do with it? What logistics you buy? You're supposed to be buying logistics, and this money comes in every year, and you got 6 years to run this money, because when that one budget year finish, another budget year opens. So you don't give account of the monies that were left over, that you did not buy any supply with. There is no accountability, nobody giving anybody account. So this is where now the corruption comes in.
But
all right, and that is
you are giving some little nuance of what he's talking about. He went straight on the top. He didn't go into the bottom the way you are trying to go to the deeper part of it. Okay, so I think you guys are saying the same. But I think we're way over time here, Terry. So
let's
meet tomorrow with Mr. Soul and see what he's gonna do to you and myself. Because he said most likely, in fact, he has already kicked Amos Joy on the side now. So I like this. Mali is not here. He just talking. When he start tomorrow, all of us go there. You will start being friends with Amos Joy, so that he and Amos Joy will continue to talk your tabata. But since it will be with us, so let's meet tomorrow. I really want to thank you for your contribution tonight. Okay, folks, Samson to LPR-TV. I want to thank all of you. Folks, we're completely out of time now, completely. So thank you, guys. Thank you very much. We'll be back here again tomorrow for Mr. Soul, who will have another wonderful show that we're going to be part of. I want to thank all of you, all of my friends that was watching. Let me see. Mr. Gay was watching it earlier. Is he gone? Mr. Rue, Asha Rue was watching. No, Asha Boo. Okay. PG was watching. PG, thank you for tuning in. We appreciate it. All of you that have been watching, we say thank you very much. We'll continue to do these things. Not that you don't have anything to do, but at least you're tuning into us, and we appreciate it. We'll be back again tomorrow. This is LPR, Liberia Public Radio. Samson told, and I will say good night to all of you. It's been a wonderful, wonderful evening. Please, let's continue to pray for one another as we go into the new year. Let's continue to pray that God will give us long life, and we do these things here from time to time. Liberia is Liberia for all of us. And those of you, including myself, that can contribute 1 or 2 cents, please, let's do so. Let's do so, because we can't leave it with it. See, this is what they do. They start stuff and kick you out of the country, and then when you find your way to go abroad, they stay there and enjoy themselves. Okay? So I want to thank many of you that are still watching. Thank you. Thank you very much. But except we have come to an end of this show, and we'll say thank you very much. I don't mean to turn things off on you. But thank you, and let's do it again tomorrow.
Le père, votre vignon. Cadeau! Baïmaoa! Abényoa! En soit tout le peu Abényoa. Moi, na kai kai. Fond de siate de Sébi. Zouzou! que wera kenyo o. Abreya ni le que wera te ondio o prefe. Abreya que wala ma wera te ondio. O sai yo wera te ondio soliba. I know see so oh shit, I'm over where I came you. I think you're better where I came you. I think you're where I came you. I am to come here where I came you. But I know where I came you. You got no idea where I came you. Oh, Danny. Yes, I see the wild. And the wild, where are the wild? I mean, I'm not saying here where are the wild. But I know you says it away out. Away out. Yes, I see the wild. I mean, I was not there where I in the wild. Abreya sawa sabani wera te ondio. Fona te wera te ondio. Abreya belo ra wera kenyo e. Ya isi be wera te ondio. Alu si so si abenyo e. Abenyo si sa si abenyo e. Y'a des panorama depuis Paris. Ah, souplement, allez, y'a pas fait. Ada, maman, votre José, votre Diwa, plaisir, plaisir, ah, c'est que la marraine, vieille Karine, plaisir, 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 plaisir.